Hello, everybody. It's Richard Chapman and Mike Myers, who is roaming around his home, I believe.
We're
This is
back
a little abnormal.
more than that, Richard. This is the old
Oh yeah, there we go. I
familiar to you
recognize
guys,
that set.
yeah.
Yeah.
I keep the set up just in case we ever start to need for that, and you never know, probably will one day. But in the meantime, I've got a very large space in my house with absolutely nothing to do.
I think I know what you've been doing. I saw a little something on LinkedIn.
Yeah. All right. So you ready for my latest insanity?
Absolutely.
You're literally going to shove my head in the toilet for this one. All right, here we go. It starts over here. So these are just 2 by 6 foot picnic tables.
Nice.
This is N scale railroading, dude.
That's awesome.
You see all the wires and stuff?
Uh-huh.
That's half the fun for me is the electricity behind it. Like little things like this is a reversing loop, these little boxes, they have jobs. I'm not going to bore everybody to death with the details. But yeah, so it's hilarious because I actually, back in the early 90s, I used to be into model trains. And then, you start having the kids, blah, blah, blah. You know that story, right?
Yeah.
So I go back over to it was last Christmas of 23. And I was like, I want to put a train around my tree. What the heck, right? Who doesn't want to put a train around their tree? So I bought one of these Lionel with the 3 rails,
Yeah.
And this was like the, what's that? Polar Express. Remember that Tom Hanks movie? Anyway, and I had a blast with this big old train, and everything today now is 802.11 and Bluetooth. So like you have wireless controllers, so you can make the whistles run, or you can have Tom Hanks go, "This is the Polar Express." And I'm like, I'm transported back to another world. I'm having a blast. But it was a Christmassy train, right? So when do you run Christmassy trains? At Christmas.
At Christmas.
So I put that Lionel train up and I said, maybe it might be fun to get back into trains again, back I used to be. So I started getting back into trains just a little bit.
Very cool.
We can quit anytime.
This looks exactly like what a bald nerd does when he has some time on his hands.
Isn't it great?
It's awesome.
Completely insane. And here's the other one. Yeah, you've played with model trains, right?
I have. My grandmother actually used to have an old 1920 something Lionel train that she would put up around the Christmas tree every year. And
probably
I used to
love
$50,000
now.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Especially if it had operating accessories. No, but anyway, I literally was just talking about model trains. What did I say? My brain's moving so fast on this.
No worries.
What did I say to you last? This will all get edited.
I don't remember.
Well, we'll just pick up arbitrarily here. I feel bad for the editors. Oh yeah, so I go into my local model railroad store and I'm like, oh yeah. So, I'm retired. They're like, oh, really? They start smiling a little bit. Yeah. I used to be in the model trains. They're like, oh, really? You used to be in model trains? They're like, like
cha-ching, cha-ching. That's what they heard.
And I'm like, yeah. So I'm trying to decide what scale I might get into. One guy picks up the phone and orders himself a car. Okay, I'm kidding. Because they were going to know how much money I was going to spend.
Yeah.
And they're all old dudes who look just like me, bald heads, gray beards, and they just saw me come and I park my car, they come out, they wave, So anyway, so back in the old days with model trains, they used to you'd have that transformer, right? And you would turn it forward or back to make the train go, right?
Yep.
Richard, that's all gone. That's all over. Forget about that. Today, it's digital controls. So I could actually program into each one of my locomotives gets a 4-digit code, and I could program. This is actually kind of cool. Can you see that?
Wow. Yeah.
And so you could run all these trains at once, and like even your switches. Remember in the old days, you used to have the big old piece of wire coming out of it.
Yeah.
That's all gone. They all talk to each other through the tracks. It's the coolest thing. It's absolutely cool. So, but anyway, there is something I do want you to recognize is that I've put all this on picnic tables. All right.
Yeah. You're going to have to build something more permanent.
No. I'm too much of a dilettante for that. But anyway, I thought everybody'd get a big laugh out of me having a little fun with my model railroad set.
Heck yeah. As always, two bald nerds doing two bald nerds things. See you on
Later,
the next
man.
episode, guys.
All right, bye.
If you like Two Bold Nerds, check out our entire playlist right here. It's a lot of fun. We'll see you there.